How's it going, guys? James96 here, back with another episode on the Highlands SMP server, and we have been pranked, guys. Yes, well, I say prank. We've been egged. Ecor has egged our house and chucked a load of chickens in here. This is actually probably a quarter of what was in here. There were loads in here, but for some reason, loads of them have disappeared already. But yeah, basically, on a live stream, Ecor egged our house. Apparently they wanted him to egg Mega, but he decided to egg us instead. So at some point we're going to have to get him back somehow. And I think I've already got an idea in my head, which we won't get to today, but we'll definitely be doing in the future. I do want to get into some pranks on the server. I've got some pretty good ideas already, which I'm actually looking forward to doing now. He's set me off now. He's let the bull out the pen. We'll leave the baby chickens for now so we can at least get the chicken from them. But yeah, as you can see, I killed a few off, but there were a load more that I don't even know what happened to them. There's 18 more chicken, but yeah, there were loads in here. I don't know how he got so many eggs, actually. I mean, I know he's got a load of chickens where he was, and it's probably from me and Maker killing off a load of his chickens in our server tour. But yeah, we'll get him back. I've got a couple, like I said, I've got a couple of ideas, so we will get onto that when I get a chance. But for today's episode, do we not have a sword? No, we don't. Right. Anyway, today's episode, guys, we are going to be showing off some stuff that I've been doing, because last episode I kind of ran out of time at the end of the episode, so didn't get a chance to really talk about the base at all, which annoyed me because I planned to set that time aside, but that build took so much longer than I was expecting. If I'm honest, it took 2.25 hours, which was, you know, about double the time that I was optimistically hoping it would take. So yeah, we didn't get around to doing that, but I was pretty happy with how it turned out, so that's a bonus. There's chickens everywhere on this server. But yeah, right. What we're going to do is, first of all, I thought I'd sort of show you, because I kind of like showed you a load of the materials I got, but I didn't really explain where I got them from. These acacia are new, I haven't seen those before, and those definitely weren't there when I was looking for dark oak wood. But yeah, basically, what I had to do to find dark oak wood is I had to go out exploring. So I thought I might as well show where I went, just in case any people on the server are watching, or if any of you guys are interested and want to know where I went. But basically what I did was I went out and literally just went out exploring, and I managed to find a really nice area. Actually, it was in between a swamp and a dark oak forest, so it killed two birds with one stone there, meaning that I could just get all the materials that I needed really quickly, because I needed a couple of slime balls as well for something which I haven't shown off yet, which I'll be showing off later today, which you probably know from the video title, but I'm not going to, just in case I came up with a better name for it. So let's go through here, and I don't want to give too much away either. But yeah, basically what I did was I made a portal here so that I can come, and if I want to get slime balls, then I just come here, and if I want the dark oak wood, then it's just over there. Really easy to get to. But yeah, we're not going to be doing any of that on camera now, because the resource gathering is quite slow, and I completely forgot how slimes spawn in swamps, actually, because it's completely dependent on the phase of the moon now. So basically, if it's like a full moon, then they spawn, and if it's like certain other types of moon, then they don't spawn at all, and yeah, stuff like that basically. So it actually depends how much they spawn, depending on the time of the month, I guess it would be. So yeah, it's actually quite clever. I'm quite impressed by that, but I'd completely forgotten that mechanic. So yeah, I figured that one out the hard way when I turned up, just as it was no moon stage, so I had to wait like 3 nights for some slime, which was really annoying because I had nothing to do during that time. But yeah, let's go over here. So obviously this is the way to our base, for anyone who doesn't know. That's where we come out, and people are starting to work on Nether Hub designs. They're doing a little competition, which I may take part in. I don't know. Seems like a lot of work if I don't get picked, so I don't know. I'll think about it. If I get some time, I will. But yeah, we go through here and we'll be at our base. I still haven't moved the portal yet, so it's still down below. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. We got a dog, well, a tamed wolf from an island over here somewhere. It's over here. So this one. Is it going to load in? What's up? It's at 16. I'm sure the server render distance is lower than what it is. But yeah, basically, than what it says it is. Because apparently it's 16, but I'm pretty sure it's at 12. But anyway, we got a wolf from one of these islands. It's got spruce wood on it, so it's a tiger, which means it will spawn wolves. So we managed to tame one, which is pretty cool. I do like having a wolf around. I don't tend to use them that much though. That's the only thing. I tend to just have them around to look good. But yeah, let's go up on top to where our base is. I'm really happy with our base. Oh, I say our base, our fort. That will be the correct term for it. It's going to be called the fort, I think, and we're going to have different things coming off of it. I've got to be careful though at this point because I've got something which I don't want to spoil too early on in the episode. So I'm just going to keep my head down a bit, if that's why you're wondering why I'm keeping my head down. It shouldn't be able to be a spoiler because it's quite far off. Well, not quite far, but it's in the distance. It's probably around here that I need to be more careful. Yeah, around here. I'll need to be more careful, so I'll face this way. And I should be fine. Because, yeah, I have been doing some more stuff off camera. Just because I decided I didn't want to time-lapse again. Because we've done that quite a few times now. And it was quite a complicated little build to do. So, I just did it off camera. Sorry. Let me know how much you like the time-lapses, guys. I don't mind doing a bunch of time-lapses, but I don't want to be doing them every episode. Because it gets a bit tedious. But yeah, this is our fort. So, my basic plan with this was to build a storage area on top of the mountain. Because I thought it'd be a good place to have it. Because if you look at our island, like it's the center. It's on top. And it's pride of place. And I've actually fit it in really well. If you look, oh, you might have just got a spoiler there. Damn it. But yeah, if you look, it fits perfectly on the island. You probably can't tell what it is from there, actually, from that little glimpse. But yeah, it fits perfectly on top, and it houses all of my chests in it. We actually got a load of chests in here, so this should sort our storage for a while. I haven't transferred anything over yet, because that's going to take a while to do. Well, we haven't got too many materials, so I should do it sooner rather than later. But yeah, I wanted it to look a bit like a sort of castle, but not a fort, if that makes sense. So we've got these watchtowers, one in each corner, so you can look out and see any sort of enemies, in quotation, coming in. So you can tell, and then we're going to have something in the middle which gives us a staircase down so that we can access different areas of the island. So yeah, that's our basic plan, and I'm really happy with it. We've got these sort of narrow corridors, which is quite common in sort of like fort type places. We've got the ladders going up the sides, and then if we get to the top, we can actually look out. There's the tiger I was talking about. So you can look out into the distance. That's what I was saying about chunk distance though, because that doesn't look like 16 chunks where it's doing the line. Because if I go, and I'll show you this now. So if I go to video settings and I go to say 13 chunks, you'll see that it's still the same line. And if I go to 12, then what it should do is it should start fading out properly. See what I mean? So it's still the same line. So I'm pretty sure that the server chunks are not, server render distance is not 16 chunks. But that's something for the people, admins to sort out. I couldn't think of the word there. But yeah, we've got this nice little walkway as well along the top, which, you know, I think just adds to it. You can see out along here as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with this build. It's quite hard for me to do big buildings sort of out in the open. I tend to do a lot of building in caves and stuff just because I prefer it. But yeah, it's nice to be able to build something I'm happy with out in the open. Really. But yeah, and then we got this area out here which we might do something with. Well, we will do something with at some point, but I've still got to decide what I want to do there. So yeah, lots of stuff done there, which I'm really happy with. So I think I've delayed it long enough. I think it's finally time to show off what I've been working on for this episode in particular. But first, I'm just going to teach you slightly longer. I'm just going to put a crafting table down in here because I don't think I've got one in at the moment. So I'll put it in the center because we're going to need a boat to get over to where we're going. Anyway, so yeah, I think it's this side we need to go. That's the other thing. With a symmetrical build, you can't actually work out which side you necessarily want to go off. But yeah, this is the side I want. And yeah, you can see it in the distance. We have made... Oh, it's going to half render and look horrible. but we have made a SkeleShip. Now, what I've done, and I'm really happy with this, by the way, guys. This is probably, I've done quite a few mob farms on my channel already, mainly in the Caven series, but this one has got to be one of my favourites that I've ever done. So first thing you'll notice is we've made ourselves a little ship out in the distance, which has a skeleton face as the sail, which took me ages, but I'm really happy with that. I mean, look at that, that looks like a skeleton face, which was quite difficult to do and to get the sizing right. But yeah, we've got a little ship here, and we'll just sail around it first of all. So in terms of looks alone, it looks like quite a nice ship actually. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks kind of like a pirate ship. It's got a plank, which actually is functional, which you'll see in a second. Redstone torch, which I can't do anything about, by the way, because of what we've got going on functionality wise. But yeah, let's just moor up by the side of this ship, and we will take a look. Is the boat going to stay? Yeah, it might do actually. So that surprises me. But yeah, basically this is our ship, and as you can see, we've got stuff going on. And basically, guys, this is a functional skeleton mob farm. So you know, in the episode when we first came over to this base location, I think the episode was called New Base Location ? We found a skeleton spawner right at the end of the episode. So what I decided to do was I decided to turn that into a mob farm. But rather than just doing an ugly grinder, which isn't very easy to see, I decided that we'd try something a bit different. So the best way is probably to show you how it works. So we're going to walk off the plank here. We're going to drop down until we hit this sugarcane little area here. So where is it? It's this side. So you'll see here we've got a row of signs. Now underneath here, where you see all the cobblestone, hopefully it's light enough, you will see a load of cobblestone. Under there is the spawner. Now what happens, let's swim over actually and hope that we don't get killed. But yeah, we should be able to swim down into this system. But yeah, there's going to be skeletons everywhere. So we'll take a quick look. There you go, that's what it looks like. You can pause the video if you want. Basically, all of the skeletons just get pushed in a straight line, which is important, and they get taken up along here. And they shouldn't be able to shoot me because they won't be able to hit. But yeah, I'll go back on here so I can continue explaining. Yeah, so basically they all get pushed just in a straight line, no fancy grouping them up, which I'll explain in a sec, and they just get pushed along, and they will go up into the ship. Now let's see if this guy goes in. Yep, you see he gets pushed into the ship because the ship has a hollow bottom, and it will go inside, and we'll explain the next part in a second. So first of all, we'll explain why I just got them to go in a straight line. That guy was probably because he was fighting me. But yeah, they go in a straight line because of the fact, yeah, they're trying to fight each other at the moment. That's probably my fault. But yeah, they go in a straight line because of the fact that if you group them up, then the skeletons tend to push each other around, and you can't get them to go in a straight line upwards. Now the reason I did this and didn't just do a straight tube up is because the looks wouldn't be as good, if we're honest. There was no way to make it so that it looked good having a tube joining up to the bottom of a ship, because it's not natural, is it? So from the surface that looks like a normal ship, so it doesn't look like there's any special sort of features to it. So that's basically what I was aiming for. So these guys basically could go off anywhere, and you'll actually see if there's ever any squid around, they can actually push the skeleton around and then they won't go through the funnel at the top, and that's fine. I realise it's not 100% effective system, but you'll see what happens is they float up, because obviously the ocean is all solid water, so they float up just like it's a normal water elevator all the way up. They then go inside the ship at the top, and then they get pushed once they're inside the ship, because then they're safe. And you'll see that guy didn't make it in. Oh, and I just killed my sugarcane, so he's going to die. But hopefully this guy, actually that guy's probably not going to make it, I guess. Oh, he did. So it's not 100% effective, but it's pretty effective. It does the trick, so it will get most of them. So let's go up to the surface and I'll show you what happens once they come inside the ship. Basically what they do is they get transported within the ship, and just by getting pushed around with some water channels, and they get pushed into a little holding area on the ship, which I think is awesome. I mean, if you look at it, look, they all get transported up into here, and they're now in a nice holding pen. They're all shooting each other though, so let's kill them so that we get the XP. And you'll see, yeah, there's a couple. They get transported in and drop down into the system. Obviously, they can shoot me there, but I don't really mind. Normally, I just wait for them all to filter in, but I'm trying to show it off to you guys. So yeah, they all get filtered into here. We'll just wait for this guy to drop in. Yeah, they do occasionally jump up. I don't really know why they do that. So yeah, this isn't. I should probably claim this right now. This isn't the most efficient farm. This is more of a looks farm. So it's functional, and it's actually very functional, but it also has the looks. So it looks awesome. Because the problem is the drowning mechanism isn't that consistent, so it's very hard to get them down to, say, half a heart to then be able to kill them. So we are focusing on the mechanic of getting them up here, dropping them in, and then we can kill them. And if you look in here, it's a pretty successful farm. Like, we've got a lot of stuff here. This is more than we need. Okay, so we're not struggling. Now, that is the basic layout there. So you may think that's all, and to be fair, that's all that you should really need. This is already awesome, okay, because it already has so much stuff in it, which we'll show in a second. But it's actually got some more features. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bunch of bone meal, and we're going to bones, and we're going to turn it to bone meal, and we're just going to drop it in this chest here, and we'll keep a little bit and we'll take it with us. So what we've got down here is we've got a micro farm, and I've just realised I've got nothing to be able to show it off with, which is really annoying actually. Damn it. Right, let's quickly go over to this island so that I can show this off. I didn't think about that when I was showing this off. But yeah, we've got a micro farm down there, which if you haven't seen, these are awesome. Just, they're, I'm not a massive fan of them normally, but I just think it's perfect for that situation there. It's a great way of using up more space on the ship. And it was actually really hard to fit in, which I enjoy challenging myself like that to try and fit redstone into compact spaces. Because I built the ship first, and then I found that I had that space left, and I was like, oh, how am I going to use this? So that's when it came in to effect. You can kind of see the fort in the distance, although the land around it isn't rendering in, which is a bit weird. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this place is turning out already, because if you look around, I mean, we're blocked by the thing at the moment. Oh, I wish land didn't render in so weirdly. There we go, it's starting to render in. And look at it, it just has a presence to it, that fort. It just looks proper on top of the island. It looks like it's meant to be there, if that makes sense. So yeah, we've got this ship here. And we'll just climb aboard and we'll go back down. So yeah, what I was saying is these micro farms basically do all the work for you. So what we can do is we can chuck some bone meal in here, and there's some more working through the system. But you put seeds in here and it turns it into wheat and then plops it out, and then you can pick up the wheat. So if you look at our wheat over here whilst we do this, and you can just hold down right click. Okay, I think that was a bit of lag. Yeah, this is on a server, just to remind you, so the looks may not be perfect, but it is all doing it. It's just my server side keeping up, I think, or client side rather, keeping up. But if you look at the wheat in the second slot of my inventory, just by holding right click, it will keep jumping up. Oh, has it gone through all the bone meal already? No. Yeah, that was another lag spike. So yeah, it doesn't always look perfect, but it is functioning completely perfectly. Yeah. Alright, so we'll leave that for the moment because it's clearly going to look a bit dodgy. But yeah, basically what it does is you can literally just AFK holding right click, and as long as you've got bone meal in the system, it will keep going, basically. Yeah, that's probably the best way of showing it. So what I think I'm going to do now to explain this a bit further as to what's going on is I'm going to hop onto my camera account, and that's in spectator mode, so I can probably show you a bit better just exactly what's going on with this system. So I'm going to hop over to that and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so we're now actually on our camera account, which means that we can do this and fly about a bit. So let's quickly start by having a look at the ship. And yeah, it looks even more awesome when you can fly around it like this. But yeah, what we're going to be demonstrating is we've got, where is he? Yeah, we've got ourselves just standing there. So you can see it's not quite all the way down. But I wanted to show you exactly what's going on with this farm. So basically what happens is the skeletons spawn. Now that's a little bug, but there's not much we can do about that. They do eventually get pushed in. This is why some of them die, because they take longer to go through there. There's not much we can do about that. But you see they get pushed into the system. They're all doing it now. They never used to do that. I'm not sure what it is. I don't think they're drowning at this point though, so it's okay. But yeah, they'll spawn. They'll get pushed along by this water. Let's see if we can see some more spawn. Once these guys stop messing around. I'm sure it doesn't normally do that. I'm sure it's just doing that because I'm watching. Let's watch this round of people and see what they do. Alright, so yeah, some of them get caught. Alright, let's just ignore that for now. I'm sure that's a bit of a bug, but we'll leave it. So is this guy gonna make it? Oh. He does. Alright, so then what he does is he goes along this water stream, goes up another water stream. This is all inside the ship, obviously. And then he gets transported up. He'll then get caught there. And then he'll eventually get transported up and drop down into the system with the rest of them. So let's go through that a bit quicker because we went through that a bit slowly. So we stand there. We are activating the spawner, which is down here based on where we are. Skeletons spawn in here. They get pushed along this water stream. And to get this horizontal, all I did was you put pressure plates there because water doesn't affect them. And then you can get this sort of system going here. So if you want to copy it, that's what it looks like. And then you push these skeletons up into this. They then float up. Now this guy isn't going to go in because he's been nudged by that guy, which we try and avoid as much as possible, but we can't always help it. This guy should go in. This guy won't go in. This guy will hit the edge of the ship probably. I don't know what the spinning's all about. I haven't worked that one out yet. But you'll see he'll hit the side and he probably won't get in. This guy will get in. He'll get pushed up. He'll get pushed this way and then he'll get pushed the other way. Because what I wanted to do was I wanted to then centralize the skeletons once I've got them in, because it just makes it easier to push them around. So we have this water which goes in either direction, which then they then swim up into another water source, which then pushes them along and then up into our system that we talked about. And as you can see, there's already quite a few mobs in there. This is quite an effective farm, really. So now let's go through this micro farm just in case you want to see how that works. So basically what's going on is this piston and redstone here creates a bud. So if you don't know what bud is, it's a block update detector. So when a seed gets placed on the soil there, what happens is this redstone block quickly extends and then goes back, which powers this line of redstone, which no, this is what makes it a bud. Okay, this redstone here. So this isn't my design, I should clarify. This hopper system is from the chest up here, which is where all the bone meal comes from, and it will sit in here, and then as some comes out of this dispenser, it gets put into there. It can't go straight into the dispenser, unfortunately, because this is by default powered, this dispenser, which means that the hopper can't put stuff into it because it's powered, but it's fine. And then how it works is basically this, with this torch here, what happens is when this redstone extends, it creates a rapid pulse, which rapidly pulses on the dispenser. And if you don't know, dispensers will only shoot out bone meal if there's something to grow. So if there's no seed there, or if the seed has already turned into wheat, or the carrot has already grown up, or the potato has already grown full, then it won't dispense any more bone meal, so you don't actually waste any. So that will rapidly pulse, and then based on a timing system, if we go over here, the signal also comes down this way, and with a delay it will trigger this piston right here, which will retract and then quickly re-extend, which will cause the wheat to pop off. So hopefully that made sense. Basically, seed goes on there, it gets hit rapidly by bone meal, and then once it's grown, based on timing, the piston will retract and then quickly go back up, and then you can just place another seed and it will go through again. So yeah, that is the basic mechanics of this ship, and you'll see that there's hardly any space that we're not using. There's this little space here and this little space here. The rest of the ship pretty much is being used to a certain extent, which shows just like how much work I had to put into this. So let's quickly change back over to our normal count to kill off these skeletons. So I'll see you in a sec. And we're back in our normal account, so let's swim up. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, guys. So I hope you guys like this design, because I spent quite a lot of time on it. It's not very easy to come up with something slightly original, and I really do feel like this is original. It's something which obviously isn't easily replicated in another world, because you've got to have those conditions right there. I mean, you could replicate it, but not to the same effect necessarily. So let's kill some of these guys off. They're probably all shooting at me at the moment anyway. Yeah, they are. It's fine. So yeah, we'll just slash these guys up. Whilst I'm doing that, I'd just like to remind you that your support is very much appreciated. I'm being careful here because I might die if I'm not careful. Let's use some of this wheat to make ourselves some bread for food. Yeah, I'd just like to remind you that your support is very much appreciated, and I really do enjoy it when you hit the like button. It just keeps me going, keeps me motivated, reminds me that you guys really do appreciate what's going on. I need to be really careful here, otherwise I'm going to die. But yeah, please don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to share it, do whatever with it. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. It really does mean a lot, especially now that I've hit 50 subscribers. It just shows that the hard work that I'm putting in is paying off, which is awesome, absolutely incredible. And yeah, really enjoying where this is going, this series. So you can expect more from this series in the future. Damn, I really do need to work on the effectiveness of this part just a little bit. Maybe a crusher system. I might be able to fit a piston in somewhere that will allow that. In fact, I probably could put a piston in, so that I could just have a crush mode if I just want the bone mill, not the XP. But as you can see, we're almost at 30 levels, which shows that this is actually quite useful, because I tend to die quite a lot, so to get up to 30 levels is quite an achievement for me. But look at all of these arrows. Yeah, what we'll probably do, probably next episode, is we could probably put... Yeah, I don't want to spoil the looks too much, so we're going to have to think about where we could put a piston. Or maybe just have a dispenser with some lava in it. We could put the dispenser where that fence block is there, actually. And then that would work. Yeah, we could do that. Might do that. But yeah, that is the basic, basically where we're at. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. And if you really enjoyed, then please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.